Tahm Kench isn't really from Bilgewater. He just preys on people from Bilgewater because they're the lowliest. He can easily make deals and then fuck them over. He's not really from Bilgewater. Even in his profile icon that they released recently, they changed it to Runeterra. Because he's a traveler. Again, he just prefers Bilgewater because easy pickings. So he's dripped out like someone in Bilgewater because that's just where he stays. Mobile, Alabama. I mean, Tahm would be a good Bilgewater character, to be honest, but I guess the nature of him, it doesn't really matter where he's from. Yeah, he's not Bilgewater. They do have iconography of Tahm around Bilgewater, and different stories and whatnot kind of float around, people who have met him and made deals with him. He's like a local legend type of thing. But he's not like Gangplank, who's explicitly Bilgewater. Misfortune, who's Bilgewater. Maybe they'll change that, I'm not sure. Pyke is Bilgewater, Alawi's Bilgewater, Fizz is Bilgewater. Yeah, he's just a demon. He's a demon from the larger world. Twisted Fate wasn't even from Bilgewater. I think Graves was, though, but Twisted... Thing is, when you're from Bilgewater, are you really from Bilgewater? Because the thing about being in that place, specifically, is it's kind of like where you end up once you go downriver. You know? If you're low on luck or money or, you know, your life's in the shitter, stuff like that, it's... You kind of just end up there. Okay, she's dead. Yeah. No, they weren't, they were from the Serpentine River, which was above... That was through, like, Ishtal, I believe. TF was like a, I think he was like a gypsy, like, river nomad. Like, he would live on the river. No one knows what happened to Nautilus. Same thing with Pyke. Nobody knows. They'll probably write them in to be connected to Alawi in some way. But, like, as it stands right now, they're nothing. Pretty close. Pyke is, I don't really know why they did Pyke like that. They should have added a bit more to him. Unless it was recent updated lore that I'm not aware of. Maybe they changed Nautilus to be that, but... Well, Pyke's lore is just... I'm not really a fan of Pyke's lore, to be honest, and the direction it's taken. I think Pyke as a character is really cool, but his lore felt a little lackluster. Like, his theme, his trailer for, you know, him coming out and being shown the way he was, very cool, but... the lore is, felt a little unfinished. I would say give him something tragic. Make him like a tragic figure. What I was suggesting is... well, I guess, losing your family is already Misfortune's thing. He needs to be some... well, he doesn't necessarily have to be some sort of tragic figure, but, like, he was... like, I was thinking... he took the job as a jawl fisher, right? Jumping into the creatures' mouths and getting the fucking sacks. To help his family out or whatever. And he couldn't make it back or something because they left him behind, and because of that his whole family had died. And then he was, like... brought back for whatever reason. He went back to see his family, like a Spawn type of shit. You know what I mean? Like when Spawn, I don't know his name, but he ends up dying, coming back, and then his family doesn't recognize him or anything like that. Some weird shit like that. Because him just being thrown out like trash, you know, oh, left behind, it's getting too crazy, there's too many of them, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes after the people who left him there, but now that he's already done that, it's like he's killing everyone randomly because whatever brought him back wants him to. It seems a little shallow. You know? I mean, to be fair, if you're in Bilgewater, you probably don't have anything really going for you, so him being a chump and kind of going out like that kind of makes sense, you know? You're alive one night, you're dead the next, and no one's gonna care. But the music, the theme of Pyke, the design and everything is really good. Fucking boots do no damage. I mean, TF and Graves have kind of been demoted to, like, comic relief characters, but I kind of miss the old Graves. I think Twisted Fate's always been the same. Twisted Fate's character hasn't really changed, but, like, Graves definitely has. I do kind of miss the OG miserable Graves. But logically, it makes sense as to why he's no longer miserable. New album's pretty good. People gave it shit, but I kind of like it. I've been listening to it quite a bit. Graves is just a wanted... He's just a wanted man. In every city, every state, wherever he goes, he's always hunted after. He's just a thug. Piece of shit, mercenary. Lore is not that deep. He's just a bad person. But she doesn't really need crazy lore anyways. He's a guy with a shotgun, and he wants to take your money. Nah, only W. I mean, GP's also just a piece of shit. Like, I don't think most Bilgewater lore is kind of crazy. It's all pretty stock standard, down-to-earth, believable shit. Doesn't seem very, super far-fetched, you know? Because at the same time, they're all just people. And they're like the most basic of people. Like, Gangplank isn't Garen. He's not leading an army. He's a dude who... Well, I guess he leads a bunch of pirates and whatnot, but, you know... They're not very, grand, I guess you could say. Alawi's pretty interesting, yeah. Alawi is. She's got more going on because she's got her whole cult and everything and worshipping some weird fucking, you know, sea god. Yeah, they're all grounded dickheads. That's what I like about it, though. It's because it's no super crazy fantasy, far-fetched out of the realm of reality. It's like boots on the ground, tangible, gritty shit, and it's as real as it would come in the universe. They don't have god powers. They don't have any of this shit. You know, Pike does, sure. Nautilus is a giant titan of the sea, sure. But most of the generic, like, human characters from Bilgewater are all very unimpressive, I guess you could say. Twisted Fate's a mage. He's got that going for him. Graves is a guy with a shotgun. Gangplank's a pirate. Misfortune has pistols. Like, they don't have superpowers. Twisted Fate does. It's good to have variety, though. Ballista's, no, she's Shadow Isles. Semi-resurrected? No. So Gangplank went to Alawi after he lost everything, because they used to be lovers. And, Alawi was kind of just done with him. But I believe with that whole religious thing, you know, having, like, test yourself and see if you're worthy to survive this, blah, 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 blah. That's kind of what happened. She let him get tested by her god, and he was strong enough to be worthy of life and to continue. And because of that, Alawi took it as like, okay, if my god can see him as a worthy man and continuing his quest for vengeance and whatnot, getting Bilgewater back, like, if my god wills it, I'll jump in. And so Alawi kind of, like, helped him out. Alawi does not love GP. Fuck no. Alawi is done with Gangplank. She has no feelings for him. Not anymore. He kind of, like, reminisces with her and tries to get her, you know, like, oh, what if, what if? But she's done. Leagues of Otin. I mean, Gangplank would fuck anything. You kidding me? He's a scumbag, dirty, egotistical pirate. But she's after Braum. Alawi and Braum are... But even Braum don't even want her, bro. Like, Braum has no interest in Alawi. He doesn't have interest in any of that shit. He just wants to save kids and do well for his people and be a hero. He's got no time for women. Man's too busy being, the savior of the Freljord. Sigma Braum. Now, Braum is cool as fuck. I love Braum. I think everyone collectively loves Braum. Like, that's not even a question. It's just a fact, right? Maybe I should play Braum, but, like, I always forget.
Serve or die. I don't care if the others like you.
Yasuo likes Braum. Everyone in the party liked Braum. Except Pyke. Pyke liked nobody. That Ruin King game, unironically, made you actually not dislike Ahri and Yasuo. Because it did so well at telling their stories and kind of giving them more of a reason to not hate them. You know who they even had in the Ruin King game? They had fucking Maokai. Who would have thought Maokai would have been there? How did I die? Did he throw something at me? Yeah, Maokai kind of showed up. He was pretty cool in the story. But, like, when a game does that well in focusing on the characters, and they're all kind of like an oddball ragtag of people kind of working together for a greater reason, it's good. It works. I mean, to be fair, Ahri and Yasuo were there for different reasons, I believe. But, like, everyone else... I mean, I guess everyone was there for a different reason. Braum left the Freljord to go find a cure for a disease that was killing kids, like Super Giga Chad. So he left. He's like, I'll be back later. I come back with the cure. I saved the children. He left. He came back. Ahri was on a secret mission of some kind. I forgot exactly, but Yasuo was his bodyguard, or her bodyguard. Miss Fortune is just ruling Bilgewater. Pyke, how did Pyke get roped into that shit again? I forgot. Ahri was wanted to know about Old Vastaya. I guess something like that. I forgot the Ahri arc, to be honest, but... Vigo was on the list. Wasn't that the Sentinels, though? That's the Sentinel lore, no? I think it was the fish... Yeah, maybe that was it. Oh, they used Alawi's magic to control Pyke, but isn't that just the Sentinels? GP will never get Bilgewater back. I flashed. The Ruin King is the... It's a canon event sequel. It's a sequel. I forgot what it was the sequel to exactly. I don't think... It was like after the Burning Tides and after the Sentinels, I believe. But it's a canon, real event that happened, and the game is good. The story is good. Game's great. All the voice actors are the same. It's really fucking good. It's super good. Oh, so it's right before Sentinels, then. The game is canon, yeah. It was another, we're gonna stop Vigo bad. They need to find a new villain. Vigo's kind of boring. It's always, I'm back. I want my wife. Everyone else will suffer, because I want my woman. Like, whatever they do, just stop making it about Vigo. They were supposed to do some weird shit with Syndra. Maybe they forgot, bro. I don't think people like Syndra. Syndra's not really the talk of the town, so why make a game about him? But then again, you could say, well, why make a game about Alawi? Bitch, nobody plays Alawi. They made a game with so many fucking characters people don't care about. Braum, Alawi, Gangplank. Pyke people love. You know, they didn't even show... TF and Graves never showed up either. They were gone. I was very surprised TF and Graves never showed up. I was waiting. I think they were in Piltover, yeah. It would have been cool to hear, like, a reference to them at one point, though, but they never did. I would have liked Twisted Fate to have gotten a Ruin King skin. Or a Ruin skin. Like, Graves becoming a Sentinel was one of the stupidest, yet I can believe it, scenarios. I don't know what to think. It's like, am I supposed to hate it or love it? Because it is new Graves, it's very up his alley. But, like, you'd think... You'd think if Graves was supposed to become a Sentinel, he would do it for his buddy, but he did it for himself. He didn't even care about TF, which is very not Graves. Well, no, Graves and TF are more of, like, anti-heroes. They're not heroes, by any means. Or they're not good guys. You can reason with them, sure, but... They're not really, They're just like the middlemen, bro. You want to hire them? Hire them. They'll do anything for money. I thought he'd become a Sentinel for TF. That's what I thought, too, and I thought that would have been great, but... Graves became a Sentinel because he said, if Vigo takes over the world, money won't have purpose, and if money has purpose, or doesn't have purpose, right, he can't rob anyone. So he wants to go stop Vigo, so he can continue to rob people. Like... Okay. Jornaria, thank you. Like, it's very Graves, but at the same time, it's kind of goofy. I thought it could have been a little bit better. He mentions Twisted Fate, but not as the reason as to why he's going. They did give him quotes. Sentinel Graves has quotes targeted towards Twisted Fate, but he is not, like, he doesn't care. Yeah, he does. He's like, yo, what the hell, TF? Why are you over there? When he's on the enemy team. And then when he walks, he's like, yo, where's my buddy Twisted Fate at? You know, oh, whatever, who cares? He doesn't really reference him at all. You know, what he does have, though, is the blue card. Because the blue card in lore is the teleport. So when Sentinel Graves dies, he pulls out the blue card that... Watch, watch, watch. No! Vigo has me! It didn't show the animation. It's just, it's weird that they would throw him in there, but not have, like, an emphasis on TF. Oh, well. I think what I want to do... Go look up on Google. Go look up on Googlegaloo. One sec. Googlegaloo. The blue card is a teleport in lore, yes. The red card's an explosion, the gold card's a stun.